Hey, I'm Jamie, and part of the Florida East Coast rebuild, I'm going to install solid railings onto the locomotive. By default, the SWs, the switchers, didn't come with it, especially the ones built in the 50s. Maybe there are some prototypes that did. I don't know. All I know, this is a more modern safety type device, I guess is a good way to say it. But if you look at the more of the rebuilt ones, you see them with side rails. Some don't, some do, but in this case, I think it looks just a little bit neater to have side rails on it. The side rails will be putting on are actually these. You can see here in the video, maybe I can do it over the locomotive here. And the side rail is actually, again, something I designed and 3D printed, and I think it adds a nice detail to these locomotives. So again, this one didn't come with any side rails on it, so we're actually going to be drilling some holes as we go, and I'm going to use a number 70 drill bit to make the necessary holes into the frame of the locomotive so we can actually put these in. And again, I have the body steel removed. That's the easiest way to go about doing it. So I'm going to start with the side rails. There's actually, if you remove the grab irons that come up from the stairs, which is what you need to do, there's actually a hole already. And I designed them to start basically in that hole. Let me drill that out just a little bit more. It's always good to have a starting point. So a few twists. All right. We have the hole made. I'm going to come in and just gently put it on top. There we go. And I'm just going to line it up. And again, I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and drill the holes as needed. The spacing between the rails is 16 millimeters. So if you really wanted to, you could get in there and measure it and make it yourself. But this one, I'm not going to do that. All right. Have our first one in, kind of in. I may get crazy here. You almost need three pairs of hands when you do this. There we go. All right, there's kind of like the first piece, and let me change my glasses. You know, as you get older, you need like glasses. It has some magnifying glasses down there, but I won't be able to work with that too much today. I do use them. That's something, you know, for this hobby, if you start doing it a lot, that's a good investment. A good set of magnifying glasses. And so we haven't glued it in yet, so it's going to want to pop out with us, and I can tell you already this is going to start getting kind of frustrating for me. No matter how many times I do it, it's one of those things to kind of breathe and take your time with. And I kind of prefer to do one at a time just to make sure I get everything lined up right. If you're off by, well, let's just be frank, a millimeter or so, nobody's going to notice. I mean, I notice, but that's just because I'm the one doing it. Let me get my hole. There we go. And once we have all the holes drilled, we're going to come back and actually put glue on the underside of the frame to actually keep this in place. So there's my other one. All right. Doo-doo. Oh yeah, as you can see there in the video, let me move it up a little more center so you can see it better. That's one thing I need to get a better video. It'd be nice to have a camera on top that actually looks straight down. We got that one in, so it's coming along, that's looking nice. All right, and you know, I did say to do these one at a time. All right, I'd like you on a little secret. After you do the first 3, 4, you can mark the rest of them off and just hit it up. So just make sure things are lined up. Just going to put a little mark where it should go. And I'll do the next 2 that way. Leave the last one so we can make any adjustments that we need. There we go. And what I'm doing is putting the holes so the bottom of the side rail is actually flush with the locomotive, bottom of the locomotive frame. right, we have those. Move this one into place. Clear out the debris there. There we go. All right. And then the final hole will actually go up here into the cab. I'm going to make sure that line is straight. All right. And there we have it. You just got to come back and glue it, but we have our side rail in. So you can show it here. That looks nice. So I'm just going to flip it around to the side here. Again, I'm going to come back with my canopy glue and a micro brush. Dip the brush in a little bit of glue, and where I drill through, I'm going to apply some glue kind of liberally. And again, in the last video, I explained why I use canopy glue. I don't want these things permanently on there. It just makes it easier if you have to remove it if they break, which you know they're going to do. And just so you know, I do sell these side rails in my online store. Again, this is something all of my products that I sell, all the 3D models, I designed myself. They're not AI generated. I use Fusion 360 to design them and print them. I print them here. I've got a fairly nice 3D resin printer. So the models are actually nice, high quality models. And we looked up here, that came off because I didn't let it dry. That's me being impatient. We'll fix that. And another nice thing about canopy cement is it actually dries clear, so we don't have to worry too much about stuff. The only problem is the side up here in the cab is, we can't get to it because of the inside there, but that's okay. I don't think we need to glue that piece anyway. I'm just going to flip it back over, make sure everything's sitting in okay. Let me just fix mine on this side here. And if you wanted to glue it, you can do like I'm doing here, which is I'm just taking the glue and on the tab, I guess it's the tab that goes into the body, I'm just applying just a little bit of glue to it. And then very carefully you lift it up and drop it in. There we go. Now that's not going to go anywhere. There we go. And one final tweaks. And I am going to glue that top piece. I don't like it. It wants to stick out a little bit. And I'm just going to run my glue over it and put it in the hole. There we go. And that's that for that side. And what I'm going to do to make sure everything stays in place is actually just take some tweezers and just set on it. You know what? A little bit too heavy. That's going to bend them down. I think we're fine there. So, just to kind of show again, I'm being kind of careful here. I don't want to knock anything loose. But you see at the bottom here where we drilled through, you can see where the side rails are coming out in. That's where I applied the glue to. And we're just going to let this sit. I'm going to let this side sit for like an hour or so. And then I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. And then we'll have our side rails in. Once that's done, the only remaining piece that we have to do to the body of these locomotive is to install the front and rear pieces. Again, this is something that breaks all the time. I debated about replacing them on this remote locomotive or not, but figured while I'm in here working on it, why not? So actually, these are pieces I designed and 3D printed. They're also available in my store in case anybody's looking for some spare pieces for their Proto 2000 switchers. And really the Proto 2000 switchers, I've got several of these, are basically all the same. The SW 8, 9, the 600, 900, 1200, 1500, generally they're the same. The only piece that's really different in these locomotives is the smokestacks, or the exhaust on it. The lower ones, the 6 and 9, only have one stack. When you get into your 12 on up, you have dual stacks on them. And actually, I think I've seen one, a prototype that has dual stack. That's like a 900 is dual stack. So go figure. Again, anything you can dream up in your model world pretty much is a prototype for it anyway. What I find out is the railroads are very crafty, and why not? You should be crafty in your hobby too. Do what you like. Do what you enjoy when it comes to it. If you want to add different horns to it, which we are sure going to add horns to it, but do what feels right to you. Again, I'm not a stickler when it comes to rivet counting. I can't speak right now. And to me, I think it should be enjoyable. It should have a flavor of you in it, what you enjoy. So that's it for today, and I hope you found this useful. And if you find it useful, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. If you need some pieces like this, check out my website. I've got all kinds of pieces, and if you don't find it there, hey, drop me a message or something. I'll be happy to design it for you. What I do, again, none of this is AI generated. All of these are pieces that I design and make. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody watching, and I hope everybody has a great day and a great model railroading experience. All right. I appreciate it, and talk to you soon. Bye.